The other 14 candidates were seated, chatting as the new entrant showed up. "Good morning, young man. How can I help you?" "Please, my name is John Emmanuel. I am here for the interview scheduled for today." After John was done filling in the necessary information in the lemon green logbook, he looked around the impeccable campus. Guess what he saw? Though very impressed about the neatness of the compound, he was very astonished when he saw an empty water sachet lying right in front of the security gate. He was going to pretend he had not noticed it, but changed his mind. Therefore, oblivious that the security man was watching him, he quickly picked it, hid it behind him, and dropped it in the dustbin close to the post. A few steps away, John saw a crumpled white paper. He became confused. Again, thinking the candidates already seated were not watching, he picked it and quickly dropped it in the dustbin in the yard. After all, he thought, I have to serve the present generation. He quietly hummed the second stanza of his motivational hymn, "A Charge to Keep I Have," numbered 8, in the Songs of the Church. To serve the present age, my calling to fulfill. Oh, may all my powers engage to do my Master's will. Contrary to what John thought, one of the seated candidates had seen him and started making fun of him, saying, "Is collecting rubbish part of the interview? How much will they pay you?" John ignored the mockery and went to wash his hands and later joined the other candidates, not forgetting to greet them before taking his seat. Meanwhile, the security officer, after delightedly watching John, handed over to his colleague who had just arrived to relieve him and strode into the conference hall. In less than 5 minutes, the executive secretary, in high spirits, came down to direct the candidate inside the conference hall. The executive secretary addressed the candidate, saying, "Please, I am to inform you that Mr. Bobson, the CEO of this company, and his team are having a short meeting upstairs and will be with you shortly." In less than 10 minutes, the CEO with his team came downstairs, extremely excited. Again, John became confused when he saw the security man he had met at the security gate in their company. "Good morning to you all," the CEO jubilantly greeted. "Good morning, sirs," the candidates chorused, equally jubilant. "My team and I gladly welcome you to Supreme Chocolate Company. Please," the CEO continued, "feel at home, and to begin the interview, let's watch what's on the screen, after which the team will invite comments from the candidates." What is on the screen? The CCTV had captured everything from the moment the first candidate arrived on the compound of the company to the arrival of John, the last candidate. John saw himself on the screen and was very amazed. The viewing over, after a quarter of an hour, the secretary invited the candidates to make their comments about what they had just watched. After what looked like 5 minutes, some of the candidates, with heads bowed, had still not spoken, while others, having accepted their being irresponsible, congratulated John for his commendable performance and wished him well. It was now clear that apart from John, the other 14 candidates had failed the interview. Please, sirs, the secretary came back after 5 minutes saying, the CEO is giving each of you an envelope to help you with your transport fares. He wishes you well in your next endeavor. Thank you for coming. The candidates were thus dismissed. Mr. Emmanuel, the secretary addressed John. Please, let's go up. He led him upstairs to the interview room adjacent to the CEO's office, where the panel was waiting. When John entered the interview room, everybody, including the CEO, gave him a minute standing ovation. They resumed their seats, and John sat, feeling extremely nervous. Immediately, the panel members introduced themselves in turns, with the CEO being the last to do so. You're welcome once again, Mr. John Emmanuel, the CEO remarked and continued. We hope, after you're watching the television, you already are aware of the verdict of this interview. However, as protocol demands, please tell us all what we have to know about you in order to convince us to give you this job. Thank you once again, panel members. But please, sir, may I be permitted to ask a question before I proceed? That's all right. You may, the CEO signaled him. He boldly addressed the CEO. Please, sir, were you not the security officer whom I met at the gate? Yes, you're right, and very observant, the CEO responded, adding, you will understand shortly. Thank you very much, sir, John said, a bit relieved. You're welcome, Mr. Emmanuel, the CEO responded, smiling. John was very brief, but was able, to the amazement of the panel, to convince each one of them. Contrary to his expectation that the panel was going to grill him further, the CEO rather asked him, Mr. Emmanuel, do you have any questions to ask? Yes, sir. Please, sir, I have one question. Why would the panel use this unconventional approach to hire for such an important position? Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. First, the CEO explained, you all had very good certificates, first class in business administration, and we found it extremely difficult to draw up a short list for this interview. We therefore resorted to using this approach to lessen our burden. Second, John, the CEO continued, you were the only one candidate who politely addressed me as sir at the security gate. The rest had casually addressed me as watchman. The panel wanted to see a show of respect to members of the company, irrespective of their ranks. Third, the water sachet and the piece of paper were deliberately planted there to see which of the candidates would be responsible enough to pick the garbage and put it in the dustbin. The other members of the panel expressed their satisfaction and congratulated John for his brilliant performance. Thank you, members of the panel. I'm utterly stunned. The CEO sat back in his chair, speechless, and soon addressed John. Mr. John Emmanuel, could you also tell the members of this panel why you did what you did? We had, in fact, almost given up the plan until you showed up at the security post. After a short reflection, as if he was silently praying, John spoke thus. Thank you, members of the panel, for this opportunity. I would say, first, I was motivated by the Bible quotation. So it is sin to know what you ought to do and not do it. James chapter 4, verse 17, NLT. I felt uncomfortable passing by the water sachet and the piece of paper without picking them, because I knew that was right to do so. Second, the song, To serve the present age motivated me to do my master's work. He recited it. To serve the present age, my calling to fulfill. Oh, may it all my powers engage to do my master's work. At the end of his recitation, he sang, the panel joining him. They were impressed by his beautiful voice. Third, I felt as if God was watching me if I would pick the empty water sachet and a piece of paper. I was reciting the lyrics of my motivation song as I did the picking. Army with jealous care, as in their sight to live. And oh, a servant, Lord, prepare a strict account to give. At the end of the recitation, this time, the panel themselves started the singing and he joined them. The room became very lively. Later, John continued. I asked myself, thinking about the stanza above, what if the action of seeing and picking the garbage is preparing me for this interview? Therefore, what I have done today is my little way of saying thank you to God for the supreme sacrifice my Master Jesus Christ made for me about 2,000 years ago. The CEO, as well as the other members, added their approval and satisfaction at the response. Do have a nice day, members of the panel, John said, after having been given the permission to leave. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Same to you, the panel chorused, with the CEO adding, we hope to see you, God willing, next Monday in your office. Thank you, sir. I hope so too, sir. The successful candidate responded and exited. One of the ladies among the panel stated, in fact, John has reminded me of two great lessons. Those of us who have not accepted Jesus Christ through baptism in our lives should do so without delay. Those of us who have should endeavor to do more to say thank you to God for sending Jesus to the cross in order to save us from eternal condemnation. You're right. The other panel members unanimously agreed with her. They sang the two stanzas, prayed and closed, thankful to God for saving them from embarrassment. John joyfully journeyed home, silently humming the third stanza to prepare for his new appointment. Ami we jealous care, as in thy sight to live, and oh, thy servant, Lord, prepare a strict account to give.